Hey guys, back again with an update on our Axial SMT10 that we call Freddy. The body fits a little well. Perfect. As you know, in the build, the truck, it has the nice Vanquish transmission, nice Castle Mamba X brushless system in it, MIP drive shafts, upgraded stage 1 Vanquish axle, what do you call these, lockouts, C-hubs and steering knuckles on the front with the titanium links and the aluminum links down low. Probably going to snap these in half right at this point since we don't have a bolt in there and no spacer for the shock, but hey, whatever. So yeah, no, we've recently got in our Vanquish version 2 aluminum axles, and then all the bits and pieces, the trusses you need, and then the 2 sets of mounts, and then the steering mount for the front. So we'll post up all these part numbers. But yeah, we kind of really wanted to finally bulletproof this thing, get it on the same level so it can hang with the LMT. We've been beating that poor Gravedigger since we got it, and it just don't stop. So we kind of want to make sure this guy's on the same level for when we take him out, it doesn't just break in the first 5 minutes. The front axle housing and the rear axle housing are the same. It's just the orientation and the assembly that makes them different. The one piece that I did forget to get is the differential covers from Vanquish, but the stock ones will fit for the intern, so we're going to use the stock ones for now. The diff cover with these axles is literally just a diff cover, so nothing to it. But there you can see we've got the nice black Vanquish SMT10, or I guess Wraith style axle. Beautiful, beautiful design. They got the Vanquish logo sitting on the top. This is the version 2 that has the larger bearing for the pinion, and they actually include the larger bearing, which is nice. So yeah, pretty cool. So what you get with that is this set of bearing caps, retainers. Your third member or your differential bearings go into these caps, and then those get dropped and screwed into here. And then you put your axles in and then put your ends on. And the cap is literally just a cover to keep the dirt and dust out. So we might just leave the plastic ones. And of course you get the nice bag of hardware with the list on the bag of what the hardware is, and there's always extras in there, which is nice. I'm hoping, yeah, it looks like they've given us all the hardware so we can put all these bits and pieces on, and hopefully, we're gambling on that one, but we're hoping. So okay, so first up, pick an axle, start with anyone. Let's go to the rear, it's easiest. Yeah, so first thing, we'll start with the rear axle. Start with the dry shaft. You see we got our spur type wheelie bar mounted up on there now. I think now, since we went to the black axles, we're going to switch to the black stage 1 kit and reuse this silver one on something else. So we're actually going to use these axles in a 1/6 scale for Raptor build. No, Ranger. For Ranger. You have to take out one of these mallet bolts to fit the axle shaft out and through. Okay, so I gutted that apart. Everything we're not going to use, I put back on here. So there's the inside bearing because the kit comes with the upgraded larger one. The bearing caps because the kit comes with the nice stainless steel ones that drop in. The hardware, and we're going to go from the gray ends now to the black upgrade kit, so it just matches with the black axles. So it just all looks nice and seamless and clean. The axle mounts and the truss are going to stay on these ones because we've ordered the new ones. Okay, so we're going to start with the rear axle. We just got it apart, and that's the bearing that comes with the kit inside of there. Make sure you guys got that popped in there. From there, you want to drop the pinion gear in. Since we're in here, we'll add a little bit more of grease. Yeah, amazing fit and finish. Okay, so you want to make sure you grab the right truss. You get 2 trusses in the kit, front and a rear. That's why they sell them both together. It's kind of nice. You don't have to make sure, you don't have to double, quadruple, triple check you're getting the right one, right? So, of course, that just fits in there like absolutely. Woo. So before you get that all the way tight, you want to make sure you get these other 2 screws in and run them down. It might sound repetitive, but we get new subscribers every day, guys, so we have to keep everybody up to date. There you go. Make sure everything's spinning tight as you go. Work yourself around, tighten everything up now. Okay, so these are tagged number 1 and number 2, and if you look, the one side is a little bit thicker than the other side, as you can see. That's the side that has the threads cut into it. This is the pass-through side, so you want to make sure you put your pass-through side to the outside so you can get a bolt in after it's assembled. Thanks, Jesse. The one thing I'm not seeing that should not be overlooked in the manual is the hole in the bottom that does run into the differential. You can see the gears moving in there, so you want to make sure that hole is plugged, and one of these screws should be good enough to get in there without interference. That's something you're going to want to put in and test. Usually they send a grub screw to put in there, and it didn't this time, but that screw there is long enough. Make sure you get that in there. That is not in the instructions. Okay, so we've got the axle put together to this stage. We're going to quickly finish off this side that you guys don't need to see. It's the same as this side, and then we're going to get that back in the truck. And we're going to put the front axle together. It's just the same as doing this one, except for putting the steering knuckles on. If you watch our earlier video, you can see where we put the front steering knuckles together. We just wanted to show you, the hardware that comes with the Vanquish and putting the Vanquish parts together. So the front is exactly the same, plus the knuckles that we already showed you in another video. So we're going to get this back on the truck and show you guys how she looks sitting on there. Okay, well that brings us to the end of this quick update. We've got our Vanquish axles underneath this bad boy now. Pretty much everything from about here down is Vanquish. So I don't see any problems having any going forward. The one thing we want to upgrade yet is these rear stock axles, but we are running open diffs on this truck just to kind of ease up a bit of stress on the driveline. You can have a little bit more fun too. You can drive around on 2 wheels and stuff where you can't do that with locked up ones because you can't get the inside tires going and kind of out bouncing you out. So if you see on one of our other videos, we're driving the LMT all over the yard on 2 wheels. It's a blast. So kind of hard to see them, but yeah, there's your fancy black axles. We put the stock covers on for now because we just couldn't get the ones we wanted. They had some other ones that are just kind of ugly. They had like a skull or some stupid stuff on them. So yeah, we got the front run on there with the blood splatters on it. Yeah, besides that, pretty simple mod. We sat here and put a movie on, Jesse and I, and He did one, I did the other. He did the front, of course. I did the back. Worked out well. Oh, hell yeah. And we got our spiky wheelie bar done. And it rubs on the body so you can get some cool dirt bike sounds, like putting cards in the spokes. We'll trim that so it clears, but... besides that, we've got the back bed mullet piece mocked up, painted, drilled out in matte black. That guy goes on to the back right here. Couple bolts, tiny little screws, screw that into place. And this body came with the visor piece. I need to find that. We don't know where it went. I'm not putting this on until I find the front because it looks bad without having both. A few other little updates, but next time you guys see this truck, it's going to be flying through the air, ripping around the yard, and putting a pretty good smackdown. It's a pretty powerful truck. So yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. So we're going to go tear it up outside in the yard and have some fun. We'll see you guys on that video, and we'll see where we go from there with upgrades. I think really that's about it. We'll get Freddy installed in there, and that's it. It's done. Okay. See you on the next one. I'll see you on the next one. No, I'm joking.